Hi there, subscribers. There's a lot of distance between my videos here on YouTube, but it's because initially I was shadow banned. I think the ban has been lifted because I haven't been posting about prohibited subjects for a while. For those guys who are interested, you can go over to my YouTube Rumble channel, and there you'll find the 155 or 156 videos as it is to date on the updates of what I've been doing. But given the fact that I will not be posting anything about the controversial treatments that I've been doing and using over the time, I thought I will continue my uploading on this channel as well. And today is a very special day because today I am retrospectively realizing that I am not dealing with stage 3 prostate cancer, the early stage of stage 3 as I thought. I'm actually dealing with a full-blown stage 4 prostate cancer. This revelation came about because I'm in the process of making a book about these past more than 2 years, where I've done extensive research into the topic to figure out both what does the official treatment provide and help, or what do the adverse event cause of trouble to you, but also, and most importantly, obviously, how do I handle this on a holistic manner. When I started out knowing that it was the earliest stage of stage 3, I believed that I had the full range of stage 3 to work with and some extent of the stage 4 before it became critical. And that has been something that I've been resting very comfortably in that knowledge. But as I'm in the process of making this book, I need to be sure that I got all the data correct. So I started to look into the question of how are stages defined officially, because every now and then when I made inquiries with AI, I got a feedback saying this is stage 4, and it was a bit puzzling because I know the Prostate Research Institute in the US also would have defined this, according to the videos, as a stage 2. But because it is a metastasis to the close proximity of the prostate gland, then in my optic it was a stage 3. But it turns out that there's much more to the math than that, including the Gleason score and including the PSA. And then there's a lot of different other numbers that are given in my biopsy, and those are given in my PET scan report. So what I did was I fed the AI the report from the biopsy, and I fed it the report from the MRI scan and from my PET scan. And it came back being a stage 4A. There are two stages, 4A and 4B. 4B being absolutely bad. 4A obviously not particularly good either. So it is a huge change, but the reality of it is it's just a huge change to my mental setup, because while I've been resting assured that I had the full spectrum of stage 3 to work with before I had to go into a panic mode, then I'm actually where I should be in a panic mode, more or less. But ignorance is a bliss. I'm very blessed that I did not get that information first. I also remember that I did not look into what is the life expectancy if you don't do official treatments, because when I did ask that question after 2 years, the answer was the life expectancy was virtually 0 after 2 years, and the last 6 months would probably be in a severe pain and agony, bedridden. That's obviously not where I am now more than 2 years later. But had I known that before I started out, I probably wouldn't have taken the chance. Knowing now that it is a full-blown stage 4 also makes me realize that if I had known that from the get-go, if the oncologist has told me when he was pushing the hormone treatment at me that it was a stage 4 and not a small stage 3, I would very likely have taken the hormone treatment right off the bat, because there's no waiting time. At that point, I obviously didn't know all the things that I know today. I didn't know how to stall it. I don't know how to mitigate it. I didn't know how much diet and exercise and mental attitude actually can do with things. So here I am more than 2 years later, and I can say that I'm thriving. I can say that I have not felt this good in my adult life. I have lost about 35 pounds, 22 kilos, and I have lost, but I have gained a lot of muscles, and I have become much faster, much more fit than I've been in my adult life. So I'm doing very well. What I have to do now is just figure out a path mentally to maintain that momentum without getting too scared of the fact that I am actually battling a stage 4 prostate cancer. The last numbers on my PSA has been very encouraging, and I'm in now waiting for the the MRA scan to be conducted on the 16th of October, which is Thursday. And I am planning on doing a prolonged water fasting until then. If I'm gonna make the fasting lasting longer than the MRI scan, that is up in the air, I don't know. But I've just done a intermittent fasting, 20-hour fasting, and 4 hours of eating window. And today I started out in the water fasting, so it will be a water fasting of about 92 hours if I eat right after the MRI scan. So let's see how that's going to pan out. But very interesting information. It is not the best of information, but the reality is, it is what it is, and it has always been like that. It is only the information that is different right now. And that's what I got to relate to. It does also make me more impressed by myself, by the fact that I have done what I've done, and the cancer seems to be in remission, as I was about to say. The PSA dropped from 3 months ago from 111.6 to 104, and from there it dropped to the last PSA on the 1st of October to 94, which is the lowest PSA I've seen in 14 months as far as I remember. And obviously I'm now really upping the antes, so I'm trying to see if I can make it below 90, which would be a very big victory, because I kind of know what I'm doing right. But we can take that in a different video. Anyway, I did not want to make this a long video, but it was a bit of a revelation, and it's a bit of an epiphany, and something I just have to get mentally ready to absorb. But it's good news in its own right. It is good news. Until next time, as always, stay happy and healthy, and take agency for your life.